In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Two 2015-160, State of Arkansas versus Marvin Shue.
Your Honor, he's Mr. Bunch's. I think Mr. Bunch ran back across the street to grab a file. Oh, take that back. He's walking through the door, Judge.
All right.
Impeccable timing. Marvin Shue.
Mr. Shue, can you hear us here in the courtroom?
Sir,
And see everyone?
yes, sir.
All right.
Judge, I'm not sure why he's over here today. All of our orders seem to say February 19th.
That's what I was just reviewing an order from Judge Putman, or no, I guess it was from me, putting this matter down for a reappearance on the 19th. Mr. Bunch, is there a reason you wanted him over here?
Not that I can think of offhand.
Judge, back on January 19th, I think the court stated from the bench he'd reappear on February 5th to discuss his bond, and then I think we probably changed it and said, no, it's the 19th, but we had jotted down the 5th, so that's why we put him on the docket.
January 15th is when we had the bond hearing. Is it, I believe, isn't that right?
Yes.
And I take it Mr. Shue has not made that bond.
No, sir.
All right. All right.
Judge, he's set for trial on February 22nd, and state's ready.
Same for the defense.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Shue's next appearance in court will be on the 19th of February. You may be excused, sir. 2016-24, State of Arkansas versus Angel Austin.
Your Honor, I believe we're here to get on this court scheduling order.
The record should reflect that there, excuse me, it's Austin Angel. I misspoke earlier. This case was set down by Judge Putman after an arraignment on January 29th to appear before this court today. This court will court's going to set this matter down for trial during the work week of September 19th. Sets the matter for pretrial August 19th. And we'll set the matter for a reappearance May 13th. Those will be set by written scheduling order, which will include other dates relevant to the case. Is there anything further to be discussed today?
Your Honor, I'd like to address the issue of bond.
All right.
Your Honor, I've just been handed discovery, and he's charged with aggravated robbery, but according to what I'm reading, this appears to be more of a fraud incident, and I think that he is a resident of Harrison, and based upon his ties to the community, his mother lives here, he attended Harrison High School, and in light of that, Your Honor, and in light of what I'm reading in the affidavit, I think a lower bond would be justified.
What says the state?
Your Honor, the state is opposed. While this scheme may have been concocted as some sort of fraud, the fact is that a firearm was used. There were other people in the area. You never know if other people could have been injured, tried to intervene, etc. This is a serious case when you walk into a store armed with the intent to take money. This bond should stay where it is.
What local connections does Mr. Angel currently have? Was he employed?
Your Honor, I do not know if he was employed at the time. Austin, were you employed at the time?
No, sir.
His mother lives here, and like I said, Your Honor, he's been a long-time resident. He had attended Harrison High School here. He's got an address, 782 Hathcote Road.
Well, more than anything else, the court agrees with the state that the crime itself and the employment of a firearm is a dangerous situation, but more than anything else, it's an extremely serious charge, and given the situation overall, the court considers Mr. Angel a flight risk. I will reduce the bond to $100,000, cash or professional bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The court has scheduled the case. Mr. Angel, your next appearance in court will be May 13th. You may be excused.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Arkansas Orthopedics and Sports Medicine now offers you 2 orthopedic surgeons, both trained in all the latest surgical techniques. Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler specialize in all forms of orthopedic problems and injuries, from torn rotator cuffs to joint replacement, even sprains or broken bones. Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler will see you quickly and with the highest standard of efficiency. The entire staff of Arkansas Orthopedics works to keep you moving. Call today for an appointment. Call Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler in Harrison at 741-8289.
Razor, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. There's a Polaris to match your passion. Looking for a machine that works, hunts, and plays just as hard as you do? That's Ranger. Go ahead, tackle the toughest jobs, haul the biggest crews, bring home the best value. Ranger gives you the versatility to do it all.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence.
2015-147, 2015-191, State of Arkansas versus Stephen Miller.
Your Honor, Mr. Miller's cases don't have any pretrial issues to take up today. I believe, based upon my discussions with the prosecution, we'll be getting a plea offer now that we've arraigned him on the Baxter County charges.
And as the court may recall, yesterday in Boone County, I orally gave the prosecutor, Mr. Russo, a plea offer.
All right. Well, this matter is down for trial the week of March 7th.
Can we have him reappear on the 19th, Your Honor?
I'll put him down to reappear 2/19.
Thank you.
All right. You may be excused, sir. You're to reappear in court on February 19th. In the meantime, keep in communication with your attorney. 2015-206, State of Arkansas versus Timothy Stormant.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm well, sir. Thank you. Mr. and Mrs. Kendrick send their regards.
Thank you. Hope you'll return mine to them.
Certainly.
Judge, Mr. Crow would like a bond hearing, and so I've had witnesses brought over.
Okay. I guess we'll have to direct that, do we want to do it here in open court, or, I mean, have him brought over for the hearing?
Your Honor, that's certainly up to you. I have no preference with regard to that. Mr. Stormont violated a no-contact order. He was out on a $25,000 bond. He's been held since mid-December. The bonds company has informed me that they're willing to stay on the bond. Mr. Stormont is actually a resident of the state of California, where he works for his parents in an auction business. And we're asking the court to consider reinstating the bond, permitting his release until further hearings.
And what's the state's position?
Judge, we're opposed, and in part we're opposed because there's this no contact order in place, and we've had to subpoena medical records, and there may be, well, based upon the medical records that we have subpoenaed as well as the witnesses, that there's more to just having violation of the no contact order.
Well, if we're going to... Let me ask the question. How many witnesses are you anticipating calling in this matter?
2.
Well, we're going to have a hearing. The court's going to direct that Mr. Stormont be brought over
This afternoon, Your Honor?
this afternoon.
All right, thank you. At
All right.
1 o'clock or 1:30?
1:30.
Thank you, sir.
All right. You may be excused. Thank you. Calling 2015-192, State of Arkansas versus Karen Prescott.
She's present, Your Honor. We're here for a pretrial. I had a discussion with Mr. Carter a couple of days ago. He's still reviewing the file. At this status of the case, Your Honor, there's no pretrial motions to take up. We could leave it on the scheduling order. Plea deadline, I believe, is March the 18th, according to the scheduling order. And Mr. Carter needs some additional time to review the file. Is that accurate, Mr. Carter?
That is accurate.
All right, I'll put it down for her next appearance in court will be March 18th. If it can be resolved before then, I'll have other dates of court before then, but I'll put it down for be resolved by March 18th, or it'll be for trial the week of March 21st.
As always, Your Honor, if we reach a deal way ahead of time or any resolution, we'll notify the court.
Very
Your Honor,
good.
that's all I have. May be excused.
You may be excused.
I'll be in touch.
You also, Ms. Prescott.
Introducing 2 new families of ATVs from Yamaha. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700. The new Grizzly offers increased power and performance to deliver more exploration and more adventure. The new Kodiak 700 features legendary Yamaha reliability for more productivity and more value. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700 ATVs, all with more than ever before.
We moved here in June, 18 years ago, and had not been in the house more than a week, and I popped my hip out of joint. And that was my first experience. And of course, the ER saved my life. I had an aortic aneurysm, and it had leaked all night. As soon as they brought me in here, they knew exactly what it was and exactly what to do.
Well, I had some problems getting stuff done. Finally ended up at Dental Creations and was very pleased with the way everything worked out. And the lab technicians, I mean, they came out and wanted to make sure everything was looking good, and everything turned out great. If I'd have known back then what I know now, I would have went to Dental Creations first.
Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison, 870-204-6974.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison is a Health Mart town. Sam Alexander Pharmacy on the Square downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
2016-31, State of Arkansas versus Stephen Bell. Mr. Bell, you're here today for arraignment on charges of possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, that charged as a Class D felony, drug paraphernalia, a Class D felony, and possession of a controlled substance, marijuana, Class A misdemeanor. The court, first of all, the court is going to inquire, have you made any arrangements to be represented by an attorney?
Well, not yet. I didn't. It took so long to get this far. I didn't know how soon to get one.
I'm not sure what you mean. You're
Detective
referring to the
Saylor.
fact that you were arrested back in November?
Yeah, and Detective Saylor said I didn't need one yet. And
Well,
I don't know.
I don't think you need to take your advice about whether you need an attorney from law enforcement. You know, your best interest is to have an attorney. These are felony charges that could subject you to incarceration in the penitentiary. I think you need to see to getting an attorney. Now, the way it works is you have an absolute right to be represented by an attorney, and that means that the way you exercise that right, you go out and hire the attorney of your choice, and the court doesn't get involved in that because that's a matter of private contract between you and the attorney you choose to hire. Mm-hmm. However, if during the process of hiring an attorney you discover you cannot afford to hire an attorney, then you still have the right to an attorney, and that's whether you can hire one or not. And at that point, that's when the court becomes involved. You'll need to fill out an application for the Public Defender's Office. We have an excellent Public Defender's Office here, and you get very good representation from them. But you'll need to seek that out. In other words, they're not going to come find you and ask you to sign up. You're going to have to file an application. You do that by contacting the Public Defender's Office. You can do so here in court if that's what you intend to do today. But what I'm basically saying is you need to get that done. Either hire the attorney of your choice or make application to the Public Defender's Office. And that really, given this much time, that already should have been done. So I'm directing you to do that today. On the charges that I read off to you, the possession of controlled substance, methamphetamine, a D felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a D felony, and possession of controlled substance, marijuana, an A misdemeanor. The court's going to enter on your behalf a plea of not guilty. Noting a plea of not guilty on your behalf, I'm going to direct you to forthwith get started on the obtaining an attorney. And if you are going to apply to the Public Defender's Office, this young lady over here at that great table has the forms for you to apply to the Public Defender's Office if you're going to do that. If you are going to do that, get one today, get it filled out and turned in today, because I'm ordering you to reappear a week from today in front of Judge Putman. Your case is assigned to Judge Putman's docket, and you're to appear on February 12th in front of Judge Putman in this same court.
I came to court once before. They had me come, and they didn't have no papers or nothing for me.
Right.
So.
I understand that sometimes happens. So your next appearance will be in front of Judge Putman a week from today.
Here?
And right here, and you need to have an attorney secured by that time, all right? All right. You may be excused. Calling at this time Newton County Case 2016-9, State of Arkansas versus Coulter Wyatt.
That's your attorney, actually.
Yeah.
I'm the prosecutor. You probably don't want to stand too close to me.
She's got to be able to hear you.
All right, the court's making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office to represent Mr. Wyatt. Mr. Wyatt's before the court today for arraignment on a charge of terroristic threatening, a Class D felony. On those charges, how does he plead?
Waive formal reading of the charge and or plead him not guilty.
Plea of not guilty is noted. The court's ordering Mr. Wyatt to reappear here 1 week from today to appear before Judge Putman to get on his scheduling order. That will be the order of the court. Anything further to come up at this time?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Colton has
Mr.
to come
Wyatt.
for your attorney.
Mr. Wyatt, you need to stay in touch with the Public Defender's Office and be here next week to appear before Judge Putman. All right? You may be excused.
Your Honor, I recognize Mr. Bunch probably represent him, but I'll give Mr. Russo the discovery in this case.
2015-208, State of Arkansas versus Shane Horn.
Here's all your court dates. Okay. And before you leave, see Miss Kay, and she'll give you a slip for the next court date. Okay. Your Honor, Mr. Horn's case, it shows him for attorney status. However, he did apply. We were appointed. We are on track with a scheduling order. We're just on today for a reappearance. We have received discovery, and the case is proceeding.
Case is set on the court's docket for trial during the week of April 18th, and a pretrial is set for March 4th. So, Mr. Horn, your next appearance in court will be March 4th. Stay in touch with your attorney. Be back on March 4th. Yes, sir. All right. You may be excused. 2015-216, State of Arkansas versus Scott Johnson.
Your Honor, in Mr. Johnson's case, we're on track with the scheduling order. We are set today for a reappearance. We have now received discovery in connection with this case, and we are on track with the court's scheduling order.
Next appearance in court will be March 4th, Mr. Johnson. That'll be for a pretrial appearance. Stay in touch with your attorney. Be back here on March 4th.
Yes, sir.
Any other matters to be brought before the court?
No, Your Honor.
All right. You may be excused.
Ms. Kay, give you a slip.
2015-220, State of Arkansas versus Eddie Allen Taylor.
Your Honor, we're set here today for just a reappearance. We've had a plea offer extended to us. Discovery appears to be complete at this time. We are on track with the scheduling order.
All right. Next appearance in court is March 4th. That's pre-trial date. Your trial is set during the week of April 18th.
Chris, have you got lab
You may
report
be
on this?
excused at this
Yes,
time.
it should be page 16 of your discovery.
2015-224, State of Arkansas versus Derek Hilton.
Your Honor, Mr. Hilton's case, we are on track with the scheduling order. We have received discovery. We're here today for his first reappearance.
Any other matters to be brought up today?
Chris, I'm going to need a plea offer.
Okay.
All right. Let's get that in. Mr. Hilton, you're to reappear on March 4th with your attorney on that date for any pretrial issues, to review any plea statements, and then April 18th will be your trial setting date.
I want to know if my license is suspended, if I can get them back. It's been 3 years.
Okay.
You know, it's been
Make
3
an
years.
appointment to come see me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my brain's not hooked up to a computer, and I can't tell you that. Okay.
2016-16, State of Arkansas versus Jeffrey Brand.
It's the old method of beads. These are real beads. I didn't know the method stuff. So discovered it was rubbed up against his feet.
Your Honor, my client's here to get on this court scheduling order.
The arrest date on this particular case is listed as June 8th of 2015.
Set him for the May 16th trial date,
Court
Judge.
is setting him for May 16th. We'll set the pretrial as April 15th. And order him to, well, we don't need, let's see. Okay, and I want him to appear on March 18th in terms of the status of the case.
Thank you, Your
I
Honor.
want it on track by that time.
Okay.
'Cause we're already down.
She's going to give you a slip, make an appointment. to come
7
see me.
months.
Okay.
2016-18, State of Arkansas versus Laura Taylor.
Your Honor, Ms. Taylor is here today to get on this court scheduling order.
Record reflects that on January 29th, she appeared for arraignment in front of Judge Putman. The arrest date on this case is listed as December 1st, 2015. court is going to set this matter down for trial on September 19th.
I'm sorry, Judge, what day?
September 19th. Pretrial is scheduled for August 19th. And ordering her to reappear on May 13th. Just check on the status of the case. All those dates will be in a written scheduling order entered in the file. Ms. Taylor, your next appearance in court is, as I said, May 13th. You need to stay in touch with your attorney.
Yes,
all right?
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Crystal clear mountain streams, river rapids, and rolling hills with endless valleys. The beauty of the Ozarks we often take for granted. At Magnus Toyota, we never underestimate the value of our customers. As a third-generation family-owned business, Magnus Toyota has been operating here in the Ozarks for over 50 years. When we make a new deal, we make a new friend. Stop in and visit us today and see why our customers say we're the best. Magnus Toyota, your hometown Toyota dealer on Highway 65 North in Harrison.
Attention safe drivers, keep your vehicle safe with new tires from Worley Tire. Stop in and visit with our friendly and knowledgeable staff and get the tires that are best for your car, truck, or SUV. You can even shop with us online at WorleyTire.com. Worley Tire also features batteries, alignments, tire rotation, and repair. Visit us on the web and like us on Facebook for the latest deals and specials that can keep you and your family safe. Worley Tire, 804 East Stevenson in Harrison.
700. The new Grizzly offers increased power and performance to deliver more exploration and more adventure. The new Kodiak 700 features legendary Yamaha reliability for more productivity and more value. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700 ATVs, all with more than ever before.
(2016-22) State of Arkansas versus Kareen Cochran. Kareen Cochran, oh, you're there. This matter is going to be set Mr. Carter, do you reflect an arrest date in your records?
13th of January.
Or was she arrested back in
She was not.
October?
She was not. Not on these charges, anyway. Judge, I may be wrong. This is not the case I was thinking of, because we have another case that's coming through the system on Ms. Cockburn.
Well, I'm looking at reference in an affidavit filed November 3rd, 2015, that talks about a post-Miranda interview of this defendant. So, yeah. Court's going to set this matter down for September 19th, the week of September 19th, 2016. August 19th will be the pretrial, and May 13th will be the reappearance. There will be no continuances because that September 19th date is very close to the speedy trial deadline, so because of how long it's taken to get this far. So let's everybody get up to speed and get this done. That'll be the order of the court. Ms. Cockrum, your next appearance in court is May 13th. All right. Stay in touch with your attorney. I'll call the State of Arkansas versus James Floyd Henderson. This is Newton County case 2016-8. Mr. Henderson, you're appearing before the court by this video system at this time for arraignment on a charge of furnishing, possessing, or using prohibited articles. It's a Class C felony, and driving on a suspended license. Have you made contact with an attorney at this time?
No.
Okay. Well, the charges I just wrote out are the ones that that you're charged with. You are advised that you have an absolute right to be represented by an attorney. You exercise that right to have an attorney by going out and hiring the attorney of your choice, and it's up to you to get that done. If, however, in the effort to hire the attorney, you determine that you cannot afford to hire an attorney, don't have adequate financial means to hire an attorney, a court will appoint one for you. The procedure on getting an attorney appointed is that you need to check with the jail staff there about an application for public defender services, and get there's an application form. You'll need to fill it out and sign it. And then that will be taken before a judge, one judge or another, and formal appointment of counsel will be made. That's the way you secure an attorney, either by hiring an attorney or by applying to the public defender's office and having one appointed for you. And that's your decision on what you need to do in that regard. But you're charged with a felony offense, and you need to understand that it's very important that you have an attorney, and that needs to get done as soon as possible. In the meantime, the court is advising you once again that the charges against you are furnishing, possessing, or using prohibited articles in relation to the jail. That's a Class C felony. And the second charge is driving on a suspended license. On those charges, how do you now plead?
Not guilty.
All right. I'm noting your plea of not guilty on the record. Your case is set on my docket. I'm going to let's see. Court's going to set this matter for trial February 22nd, and direct that Mr. Henderson will reappear on the 19th of February. That will be the order of the court. You need to get an attorney in place immediately, Mr. Henderson.
Yes, sir. What about when can I get out of here?
Well, we'll discuss bond. There's a $5,000 cash or professional bond that's been set.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
we also have an affidavit. I've got some of the status of this, but we've got an affidavit for a couple of felonies. I need to see where it's at and make it
On Mr. Henderson?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm uncertain about what that means. You have an affidavit.
Your Honor, there have been affidavits submitted to our office for charging decisions, so those charging decisions are coming very soon. We just recently received that on Mr. Henderson and another gentleman.
Well, all right. I mean, those matters will have, and until those charging decisions are made and we have formal charges, I'm not certain what else the courts can do.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we were aware that there were other charges, and I see Mr. Brown did.
Well,
I had been out of the office, and I just was handed an affidavit.
all right. Well, this pending case needs to be, Mr. Henderson needs to have every assistance possible from everybody involved to get him lined up with counsel so that we can proceed on this case. I don't know what's happened to the case this 2016-8, but it needs to go to trial immediately.
Well, we're prepared to do that, Your Honor, so we're ready to go.
Well, I just don't understand why he hasn't been brought this far previous to this. We're just arraigning him on this matter within a month of the running of speedy trial.
Well, the warrants have to be served, Your Honor.
Well, apparently he was arrested back in March of last year.
When was this warrant issued, Your Honor?
Well, there is I'm not sure when the warrant was issued.
The warrant was printed back in April of last year, Your Honor. So,
but there's a documentation in the file that he was actually taken before. This is the right one. This court signed off on the warrant and set bond. Reviewed an affidavit on March 10th of 2015. Court found probable cause.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe we've been filed charges within 2 weeks after that. I don't know the exact date because my information doesn't have it on it. But then I showed the warrant was printed in April 2nd of 2015.
Well, once again, it's going to be very difficult to move forward on this case until or unless Mr. Henderson has an attorney representing him. And that. The warrant wasn't returned until January 29th of this year. It's more than 10 months after the warrant the probable cause was signed off on. In any case, the court, Mr. Henderson, court is setting your case for trial on during the trial period during February 22nd of this year. I'm ordering you to reappear on February 19th, and it is essential that you immediately take steps to get yourself represented by an attorney if you want to have an attorney representing you. And at this point, it appears to the court that would be essential, that you have an attorney representing you. So get busy on it. Bond has been set in your case at $5,000 cash or professional bond.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison is a Health Mart town. Sam Alexander Pharmacy on the square downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Razor, Ranger, Sportsman, Ace. There's a Polaris to match your passion. Confident, comfortable, capable. That's Ace. With a solo cockpit, automotive controls, independent suspension, all-wheel drive, and up to 45 horses of fuel-injected power. Calling it revolutionary would be an understatement.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence.
Being self-employed, their hours fit my timing perfectly. They work to my convenience. I went in on a Thursday, and by the following Wednesday, I had my teeth. Dr. McCaskey treated me with great respect. We got along great, even though we're both short, but it was a fun time. I went to them and they fixed all my problems.
Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison, 870-204-6974.
Now, we have also for arraignment, we have 2016-7, State of Arkansas versus Autumn Cross. Ms. Cross, you're appearing at this time for purposes of arraignment on felony criminal charges. Have you made any arrangements to have an attorney?
Yes,
sir. I got Tim Big Bunch.
Oh, she has, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. I hadn't seen the application was here. Court is making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office. Ms. Cross is for arraignment on charges of sexual indecency with a child, a Class 8 counts, Class D felony, and a separate, and then another count of sexual indecency with a child, a Class D felony. These charges are she's charged as an accomplice. On those charges, how does she plead?
Not guilty.
Plea of not guilty will be noted. This case is on the Division III docket of Judge Putman. I'm putting her down to reappear before Judge Putman on February 12th. Is there anything further to be covered today?
No, Your Honor. We've got some pretty sizable discovery. I was going to go ahead and provide to Mr. Bunch so he can start reviewing that. That would be the only thing I want to note.
All right, Ms. Cross, you may be excused.
Thank you.
In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Local television worth watching. KTKO Channel 8, Harrison.